Hey, I'm Alec, and today I'm going to give you a quick tip on how to measure your spool weight to avoid running out of filament. You hate to see it happen. You grab your spool of filament, check it out, and think to yourself, this should hopefully be enough to finish my print job, and as luck would have it, it wasn't. You come back to your printer to find it printing in air because you ran out of filament before the job finished. I have a quick tip to help avoid these sort of problems in the future, and all you need is a digital scale. So let's get started. As soon as you unpackage a new spool, grab your scale and find the mass of the full spool in grams. After you tear the scale to make sure it reads 0 with nothing on it, place your spool onto it and subtract the filament weight from the value on the screen. Then the filament weight is usually listed on the spool. In this case, it's 1 kilogram, but sometimes it isn't, and you'll just have to go to the product page online to find it. So if you subtract 1,000 from 1,350, you find out that the spool itself weighs 350 grams. So knowing that, you can come back later once you've printed out a bunch, and you can see how much you're actually using now. So with this spool here, there's only 50 grams of filament on it. This method isn't 100% perfect, but it does a pretty good job. There are some variables that you just can't account for, so if you have 51 grams of filament but you need 50, that seems like you have enough, but that's such a close margin, it's either better to just not use it at all, use it with a runout sensor so that your printer will pause it, you can switch to a more full spool, or you can use it and just keep a very close eye so that you don't run out. Although in that case, you do rely on yourself to pay attention and remember that that printer is going to run out at some point and I need to keep an eye on it, because it's very easy to just walk away and forget that you ran out of filament and lose the entire print job. My slicer of choice is of course Matter Control, but this feature is usually built into almost every other slicer. So it will usually calculate the mass of the filament that will be used for finished print, but that is reliant on you making sure that the density of the material you are printing with is entered into that field within the slicer. Otherwise, this prediction can be significantly off. Like for example, ABS is around 1 gram per cubic centimeter and PLA is around 1.25 grams per cubic centimeter, which means if you leave in one value and meant for the other to be entered, your filament estimate could be 25% off. I would suggest creating a spreadsheet listing all the different filament brands that you use along with the different spool styles that they have, and then having an average of all the different spool estimates that you've gathered. Of course, when you do run out of filament, make sure to take that empty spool back to the scale to weigh it so you have some good concrete data to back up your findings. Another thing you'll want to do is make sure you maintain control of the end of your filament. If you don't, you do run the risk of tangling it by having the end pass under a different loop, and over time it'll tighten and tighten until it snags and you lose a print. We do have another video where we talk about how to both avoid getting tangles and how to fix them, and thankfully it's pretty easy. I hope this quick tip gives you a better shot at success with your 3D printer, whether it's using that last bit of filament on a small print or you're questioning if you have enough for a rather long one. In either case, MatterHackers Fast and Free Shipping makes it really easy to restock. I'm Alec from MatterHackers. Thanks for watching. Hey there, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that quick tip on using filament weight to avoid print failures. If it helped you out, be sure to leave a comment down below. If you want to read some in-depth articles, you can go to MatterHackers.com, or you can subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all of our digital fabrication content. See you in the next one.